Is it up? I think so. Testing mic. Yep. Okay, so so oddly quiet. Oh no. Gonna load in game. There we go. All right. So we were at Robert's third day, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna finish up Robert's story, and then I'll end the stream and maybe tomorrow. Or, no, not tomorrow. I won't have time. Maybe the day after, or well, no, I might have time tomorrow. Maybe a little bit to do another dad, but we'll do this for now. I'll figure it out later. You know that they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. Are you sure that this is your dream daddy? I'm sure. It's called masking tape for a reason. Okay, these loading screens take a while. Come on. There we go. I haven't spoken to Robert since the night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then, like more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. Okay, the music's a little loud. I've been thinking about him, and I hope that he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Nico. Hey, Nico. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my diet book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess. It's you. But also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude, right now. Why? Okay. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes. Meet me at Jim and Ken's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Sorry if I'm a little quieter. It's nighttime and both of my parents are home. I don't want to disturb them. Amanda. Amanda pops her head into the hallway, music I don't recognize blaring from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. What would Grandma think? I don't give a fuck anymore. Amanda, like, you know what? You're an adult now. I gave it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah. I really hope I don't regret this later. Amanda goes back to her room and turns up the volume for her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and I walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. I mean, just a little shinier. It actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. I can relate to that. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering. 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in it and hands me a glass. To you, to us, to toast. I don't remember which one it is. I'll save, just in case. Is it to you? He might not like that, though. I'll go for it. He's your continued existence. Oh, good, okay. We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So, what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun as it if it's abandoned. Thought spray, I forgot it again. I'll just pretend. Mary pops over the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Not in the shoulder? Shouldn't it be on the shoulder? Whatever. Where was my phone call? Sorry, figured you were busy sinking your teeth into some boar sap. I am, he's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You're replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, you got a court date coming up? He'd never convinced the jury, isn't it? You had to shave first. Seriously, though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Nico, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke around about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Bullshit, right? Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing into the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life and I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were the expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. Gets up out of the booth. Me and Nico are gonna hit the brakes. You coming with? Please don't. Mary casts one glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. Ugh. We exit the bar and find a typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with really deliberate attitude in a bad posture. He carries a lantern that shines up his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all those stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline toward the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a... Don't be such a square, Nico. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to our tour group. I recollect... Why is my mouth not working? I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, it was this place in 1694 that most infamous witch trials were held. Are we in Massachusetts? To date, we do not know that the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it is widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian, and this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference, right? Is that right? Probably the 80s. Yep. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people in the group started nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. I am so sad. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. I feel like Ernest's voice becomes literally every character that I don't know how to voice right. We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way. They've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the coffee spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your door. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Really? You actually believe... Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. Sturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time. Our group arrives at an old, decrepit colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the group tour circuit call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and a part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Jesus fucking Christ. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm pretty sure that she died of I can't say that word. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle a real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we? I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody? The group murmurs in agreement. This is the topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story? Oh, fuck. Okay. Go with something I know, because I'm not as good as bullshitting as Robert. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, learning that the ghost of Virgo, the Carpathian, has taken an interest in her and her ghost, busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Hey, isn't that the plot to... Nope, it's not. The tour guide sees his opportunity to take back the group and address us with some razzle-dazzle. Haha, what an interesting story. Now I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. I mean, I doubt it can be that scary. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I would say something bad, but I don't want to say it. I think I could exorcise your demons if that's what you're looking for. I could have done like a Dean voice, but I'm too lazy to try to do it. Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. Damn, okay. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Wait, is she actually gonna fuck the guy? God help that help. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. To our last stop, this burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it'd be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in the area. I can guarantee there's one that you don't know. Robert looks over to me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes him. Okay, fine, tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a... Oh god, It's not Bible thing, right? It's not carnal. It's a grifter, right? Okay. Moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. Actually, also taking from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay by accident, but little did I know that the city had a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as apprentice of the rather famous ghost hunter, who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes. Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out at the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing ghost of the wharf, man. Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost, man, tell him, Loomis. So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of... Probably the second one, right? Because it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't make sense, and that wouldn't make sense either. Classic pigeon drop scam. Pulling out the feelers for rip deals. God fucking damn, I can't read. I was gonna steal a baby, probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never very superstitious man. S's are so annoying. Superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. That came out whispered. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented owl. And then I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried once in my life. Twice in my life. Once. Jesus fucking Christ. I've only cried twice in my life. Once at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew there was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by. God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glance at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like tried to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? Oh, it was... Daniel, right? Daniel? Or is it David? It's Daniel. Daniel? Okay. Okay, good. I grabbed his hand and entered the tug of war with an unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half, but I had God on my side. Don't fuck with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Oh, no. Revelations would be like the end times. Austin, I don't think that exists. Levictus, I have no fucking idea, and I don't know what this one is either, but I feel like it was something obscure. Oh wow, you actually know what it is. Then shall the dust return to earth as it was, and the spirit shall return into God who gave it. I have no idea where Robert pulled that first from. Oh, good. Okay. Jesus. This is why I save, but, you know. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground. Exhausted, we were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar. I followed Georgia Mathers into the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I'd never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend, and we've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. It's probably the Ice Ghost Truckers, right? Because, like, why not? Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. That was so stupid. The tour guide hands us a coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tours, take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all that. I didn't know you had it in you, Nico. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kerback conspiracy theory bit wasn't. All a part of the character. Well, we got shirts out of it. We arrive at the front of Robert's house. Want to have a drink? It's probably, is that even a question? Right? Because it wouldn't be this. And poison, he could either take that too seriously or not. Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins, both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know, he's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's his pitbull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. Pitbulls aren't necessarily violent creatures. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching on my shoes. I open my eyes. You're looking to a tiny thing. Betsy? Robert's dog, oh my god, it's cute, jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffling Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Look at his dopey little eyes. Betsy, you're not a pit bull, and you weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. My voice died off. Well, fuck. Made our way to do something about Robert. He had shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner, while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for an Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital, and that's it. Not a very interesting story. I never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points at a picture of the wall and a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26, not too sure. Does she live around here? No. Val is back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though. My voice keeps dying off. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Probably yes, right? Great. I don't know who Santana is. Robert puts on Santana and then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. Sorry. I am now. I can't say anything, at best managing something. Robert leads in again, kissing me hard. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly. Okay. Children, look away. Sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest as he lies us both on the couch. He kisses a trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... Wait, it's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle. Stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting. No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out. Tired. Not a big deal. Push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Nico. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spend my whole life only talking. Taking, not talking. That's not like me. Talking, taking, fuck! Jesus Christ, I can't read. Taking and taking and taking. And now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken alone. You're not that old. But, oh my god, I feel like I need to sneeze. Oh no. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you, I'm sorry, but is this a bit? No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way, and before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be, the one that she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I don't know that. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just going to fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. I think it's to tell him what he needs to hear, right? Because I don't want to, like, bullshit him, so... Nothing is going to change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't. And you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well. But you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance. Don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's going to be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hugging me back. It's going to be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and then sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Stop. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. We drift off to sleep. So, no smash, because that would have happened at the beginning. So, good. Alright. So, we've reached Robert S. Rank ending. That's great. We just gotta read through all the end credits. And for all the other dad things, I'll probably just skip through all of Amanda's talking and stuff like that. Just click random things and, stuff like that. And just actually do the actual dates because I don't want to waste too much time going through it again after we've already read through it all. Oof, I think I have everything finally set up. America. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's our car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Nico. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No, you asked too many questions. Sorry, sweetie. It's the feds. Fuck. Phone. What do you want? That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send him in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the U.S. government. Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figured you probably wouldn't be able to get a cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece home with you. A DVD box set of long haul paranormal ice code roast truckers? This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghost features on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? There's my boy. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable, down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. It's so sad whenever a story ends, but I've still got lots of other dads to go through, so, I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. Listen, Gate, you're going to need some real-life skills out there if you're going to make it out on the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink. Right. And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. Uh-huh. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of... Fuck. Got it. Hypothetically. And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're gonna be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with a bad roommate. First thing you know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary, relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we met. I'm not gonna even attempt. Oh, we've met years ago, and I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess it makes you Nico, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there would be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. And look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a sec? My old man, a real close book, me and him. We got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better, a lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pens too. Oh. Oh, this is my daughter Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter Val. She looks a lot like Robert. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. Going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Yes? Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats. You just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections. Stock market. Synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Ugh. You know what? I'm just gonna skip through Brian and Craig and everyone because fuck everyone but Robert right now because the rest of this will be in the other lines. Oh, well. Wait. It just saved, right? Because I skipped a little too far. If not, then this isn't too much, but no, it did not just save. Damn. Okay, well. Also, I have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once about anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, Nico, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking all our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda harps up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Robert is sitting on a bench beneath a cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Oh, you're friends with them again? Love you. Bye. Amanda runs off to join her friends. Wait, how did she become friends with them again? I'm confused. Did I miss something? I take a seat next to Robert as the last guest makes their way out of the party. Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Wow. Good stuff. Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Al. She physically threatened you. Yeah, that's my girl. She said you've been doing better. Trying to work on the vices. I also showered today. Yeah, you look shiny again. We sat in silence for a moment. You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destruction, destructive habits. Fucking Christ. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense into me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night has actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Nico. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. Oh my god, my voice keeps dying out. I'm so sorry. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his. You're special to me, but I have some stuff I need to work on emotionally before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit, figure some things out. My voice keeps dying out at the end of every single fucking sentence. Jesus Christ. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt ghosts sometime. I would love that. I put my head on his shoulder and we watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon together. I wish you could be with Robert. Damn it. And I'll let the credits play, but I think I can zoom them. Yep. Just because they're still playing, but you know, they're. Sorry, Robert. I know you would be disappointed in me for zooming through the credits. I did watch them, just at a very fast pace. That's a nice picture. Yeah. All right. So, gonna leave this here, and I might be back tomorrow, depending on how my schedule works out. So, we'll see. Bye.